Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Changing the Narrative. Let's get straight into it. I am about to study right now as we speak. I'm super excited. I love studying. I've re-fallen in love with study time. It's just for a while. There used to be a time when I would study and I loved it, and then there's a time where I studied and I hated it. Now I'm back to loving it. Constantly reminder that I'm in it for the long run. I love the journey. It's not easy. Aiming for greatness is not, especially because what I am chasing is the impossible, bro. Like, what I am chasing is the impossible. And that's something that, like, it doesn't really click with me sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm just stressing, I'm worried about other things, but what I am chasing is the impossible. The cheat code in my hand. The cheat code to money is in my hand. And I love it. My entire life, I've always believed that I could do anything I put my mind to. And I've never failed because I don't believe in failure. I don't believe in giving up. If I was bad at something, I became better. If I was skinny, if I was fat, I got skinny. If I was insecure about myself, I got better. If I hated something about myself, I got better. In anything, if I sucked at something, I got better. And that's because of my drive to always wanting to be the best version I can for myself. All right, so let's get into it. Last week, unfortunately, but fortunately, we ended the week break even. Honestly, last week was not a great week in terms of our model, but I have something to announce. I'll start off step by step, right? This week, or today's Wednesday, today's Tuesday. On Saturday, I was stressing, I was like, okay, my model is profitable, right? But it limits the amount of trades that I take, and it's still only a 65 to 70 win rate, which means that I need to make sure with this model, I need to make sure that everything goes according to plan, right? But I needed to find a way where I was involved with the opposite end of the moves with confidence, So I began looking on YouTube, and of course, there was nothing. On fucking YouTube, there's pretty much strategies, this 90% win rate, this, but it doesn't give you exactly what I was looking for. Because keep in mind, my model, I've never seen anyone on YouTube, on Discords that I've been, nobody trades exactly my model. What I like to look for, what I've created is me. So I cannot look for YouTube videos about how I trade because they don't exist. Okay? So I was stressing. I'm like, God, give me a sign. What is it? What is this? And I came across something that just shot in my head, which was literally, okay, when price, I use the 1 hour as my daily bias, right? So if price is bearish on the 1 hour, I'm only gonna be looking for shorts. However, if we get a 5-minute model or a 15-minute model bullish to the upside, protected high, protected lows, in confluence with the daily, then I could take that. Why? Because yes, I'm not in confluence with the 1 hour time frame, but I am in confluence with the daily. After I incorporated that, so many more trades, right? So many more trades. Last week, I believe that I ended the week, I think 1 for 3, 1 for 2. Regardless, I ended up break even. The thing that I did do bad last week is, honestly, I didn't wait for full TP to hit. I think that's what really is the reason why we ended break even, because I didn't let full break even hit. But yeah, so last week I went 1 for 3, I believe. 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 2, around there, give or take. And it was simply because, look, Monday, super weird price action. I loved it. I got stopped out, and then And then price came into a higher time frame for value gap. I shorted again, and I got stopped out again, right? I believe that's what happened. Yes, that is exactly what happened. And I was upset. I was like, damn. But it was just one of those days where I did exactly what I needed to do. And when it went my way, but it stopped me out before. And there's nothing better I could have done. And I moved on from that. Tuesday, no trades. I didn't like no price action. Wednesday, I took a nice trade. But as I mentioned, I broke even that trade. No. As I mentioned, I took profit early. So which I ended the week break even. Yeah, I ended the week 1 for 3. Thursday, Friday, no trades. I didn't like anything. But I will say this, right? I will say this. After incorporating the new model and the new strategy in terms of market structure that I learned this past weekend to last week's price action, I could have gone the week 3 for 4. 3 for 4. And this made me excited because, like, I am now finally a part of any side as long as it makes sense. So let me put this into perspective, right? What am I going to be doing from here on out? So here's the plan. I'm going to be finishing up ES back testing now. I believe I'm in the month of April, so I'm only going to do April and May. Those are the 2 months that I'm doing today. Tomorrow, if I have the time, which I don't know if I will because I think I'm going to go out, but Thursday, I'm going to go to NQ. I'm going to back test from November to May. November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 7 months of back testing. I'm going to be incorporating the new market structure strategy that I've learned. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to US 30 or the Dow Jones. Once I do that, right, we're going to be looking at the win rates between those 3 indices, and we're going to be figuring out which indice is more profitable with the way that I like to trade. Why is that important? I need to make sure that I'm aligned with the most higher probability trades and the most higher probability indice that is in confluence and correlates with my trading style, right? And I'm excited. I'm better than I was last week. I'm better than I was 2 weeks ago. I'm better than I was a month ago. Though it has taken me nearly 2 years to get to this level, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that other people are better than me. I don't care other people are worse than me. I don't care about no one else's story. I'm in it for me. To change my family's legacy, to change my name, to change the narrative, to be something, to mean something. As I mentioned in the beginning, a while back, in the beginning I wanted the money, I wanted the fame. Now I just want the peace, I want the love, I want the freedom. I want to be able to inspire people, be a role model, spread love and positivity, show people that if I could do it, you could do it. Especially because, growing up was tough. My parents are poor. My parents work in the fields, which is why I gotta retire my mom, which is why I gotta retire my dad, which is why I gotta create multiple businesses. And that's going to happen because I believe it, right? Law of manifestation, law of accumulation, and law of accumulation, right? So, yeah, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. This week, honestly, we got off to a rough start, but I will say this though, because this is the thing, right? And whether people like to believe it or not, but I like to believe it. I believe that it's not about the times you fail, it's about how many times it takes you to understand why you failed, right? Doesn't matter that it took you 1 million tries to get it right. It could have taken someone 2 times. Doesn't matter, So, point being is that this morning, I got stopped out on my first entry trade. I wasn't even mad because I actually liked the trade. My trade isn't always going to be going to work. And then price came up to another level, and I missed my entry by like 2 points. But those were the 2 points that I needed to remain in the trade to hit take profit. And that's what I start to notice is that everything matters. Everything. Preparation matters. What you do before the chart matters. You should know what you're going to do before you enter the trade. And unfortunate, but I learned my mistake, and I now realize that, hey, you have to get the proper entry. You have to get the entry according to how you get your entries. There's a reason why you've been back testing the last couple of months the way you have, is because it works. You have to do it that way. So yeah, another thing I really want to mention though, it's that, look, I thought, like, I was like, my model, maybe it's my model, maybe it's my risk management, maybe it's my mindset. And if I'm being honest with you guys, it's none of those things. I think really and this is gonna prove it, these next couple of weeks are gonna prove it. It wasn't any of that. What it was my time frame alignment, because this is something that not a lot of people talk about. They talk about, oh, you should be aligned with the daily and the 1 hour, but they don't talk about how you should do that. They don't show you. They just say that. It's easier to say but harder to do, you know? So I believe that my issue was time frame alignment. I have the mentality. I have the mindset. I have the dedication. I need better discipline, I will be honest, but I have the dedication, the determination to become better. And this is it, guys. Like, this is literally it. Something that I will never say ever again. And I want you guys in the future, when you guys watch this video, as inspiration. Even when it feels that you got it, do not close yourself off to new knowledge. Because I'll tell you this much. How many times, I don't know if I've mentioned it in the videos prior, to be honest. My mind is kind of blurred. But there's been times where I'm here and I'm like, I got it. And God finds a way to be like, no, bro, you don't have it. So there's always room for growth. Whether you believe that you got it, there's always room for improvement. And that's what I've noticed by watching the best of the best at whatever they do. It's not practice until you get it right. It's practice until you get it wrong. In order to become a master of your craft, you have to put in the work until you get it wrong. Right? So that's pretty much it, guys. Other than that, pretty soon I'm gonna be coaching a 10 youth team. Hopefully, ideally, that's the plan. And I'm excited. You know, I love coaching. It's definitely it's turned into one of my hobbies, one of my passions. To be a great coach, a great role model, something that I didn't have growing up, and you know, so it's cool. And aside from that, the relationship with my girlfriend is great. Relationship with my friends is great. Relationship with my family is getting better. School's going cool. I just did a podcast today with the homie. We interviewed we interviewed a female that we needed. So everything is going good. I think the only thing that I could really be honest with you guys, and I'm being extremely vulnerable here. The only thing that really bothers me right now, like, I'm gaining a little bit of weight, but like after I did that fast, like I feel like I just needed to recover everything that like I lost, because I'm gonna be going on another fast. But hold up, well, before we go there, so aside from me feeling a little chunky, I think something that I do need to work on is just my discipline. But my discipline in terms of waking up to trade on my table and the gym. I think those are the two things that like two of the things that I need to work on. Again, it sounds simple, like, oh, like you mean that like when you wake up in the morning, you have a hard time waking up to trade on your table. And in all honesty, it's, as stupid as it sounds, it really is a big like problem to me. I think it's just momentum. I think that I'm in a block right now, but I need to do better, you know. I think for me, many people might disagree with this, you know. They might say that And I'm one of those people, but it's situational. I feel like I'm at the point right now, guys, where like I've been putting in the work, I've been showing up I've been having hope, faith, everything needed in order to accomplish dreams. And I've never let up, never once. I've always believed that I know that it's mine already, right? But I feel like that's why sometimes it's tough for me to wake up in the morning because like I'm like you know, like I wouldn't say I'm like fuck, but I'm like you know? So I feel like I need that little bit of like I have hope, but that little bit of like spark, that little bit of motivation. And I don't like relying on motivation because I don't believe you should need motivation to do anything. But I feel like for where I'm at right now, like just give me that little sign like I bet, you know? Give me that good I got it, you know? So I could finally get more rhythm going, you know? Sometimes we do need a little bit of hope, you know, like let's say example like in soccer, right? Let's say I play striker. I've been putting the work, no goals, no goals, no goals, and then eventually I get my goal, and like that just gives me more hunger, you know? Like, oh yeah, it's been paying off, which inspires you to go even harder because now it's like I could tell, you know? And that's what I feel like I need right now. I really need like a spark, like a momentum, um, and yeah, and then in terms of the gym, like I just gotta be more consistent. I don't like my knees still hurt, so like I can't really get in shape like that. But I have weights here in my house, so I want to get stronger. I want to get fitter, and I want to get abs. I might be going to Cabo in October. Um, it all depends on how training goes. But if I go, not for others, but for myself, like I just want to feel good, you know. But yeah, those are the two things that I need to work on. Just discipline with literally discipline with just waking up in the morning. That's it. Like like I study, I do everything right except like I cannot get like guys like I cannot like it's so hard for me to wake up and trade on my fucking table, bro. I just don't know why. Just that and then just to the gym more. And I've been going to the gym. I go to the gym like once or twice a week. Usually I go twice a week, but recently I've been going once because I've been having soccer practice on Thursday. So for what it's worth, I work out, but I need to be more consistent, you know. Yeah, aside from that, I'm growing out my hair, so you might see me being a little fucking little fucking see me a little lame for a little bit, but I want to slick back. I want to change up the look a little bit. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I like I mentioned, like I'm excited. Like these videos that I'm making now. Like one day I'm going to rewatch them when I make my future documentary. And kids watching this or friends watching this, they're gonna be like, damn, like this dude really did it. And honestly, it's just keep going, guys. You know, we just gotta keep going. That's what I tell everyone. That's what I tell the homies. You know, um, I've always been the same person I am. I'll gladly clap for others until it is my turn. Isaiah 60:22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. When the time is right, God will make it happen and He will show the way. Um, Starting in July 1st, I will be starting a Candida diet until